quick 20-minute workout for you. Hopefully you hit your warm-up before you started this video. Make sure you have some space. You'll need a dumbbell, kettlebell, or band for this, for resistance, or whatever you've been using to load your movements. We are going to work with the clock for the majority of the workout. We'll work for 30 seconds. We will rest for 10 to switch into the second exercise. And we're just gonna repeat 2 exercises or superset something together. So we're gonna start with 2 lower body movements. We're gonna go a lunge and a bridge. So for the lunge, you can either load with your dumbbell or kettlebell at the chest, or again, holding on to a kid, something heavy. And then we will alternate stepping back into a lunge. If that alternating throws you off balance and you're working that position, you can always do a split squat, straight up, straight down. So we're gonna go lunges, and then we're going to go into a bridge. So laying back, dig both heels into the ground, make sure they're close to your hips, and then pressing both hips up towards the ceiling and then lowering back down. You could add your dumbbell to your hips for resistance, or a band across the hips, and I'll show both those when we get into the workout. Make sure you got space. Again, make sure you've already warmed up, and we will get going. All right, lunges are first. So hold dumbbell or kettlebell. I'll show you if you have a band. So if you have a band, it's gonna be hard to alternate. So you just wanna stay on the one side, and you could switch halfway each time. So here, or again, if you have a dumbbell, holding it, and we're gonna alternate that lunge. Stepping back, going back up. So let's just keep that going. You got 10 more seconds here. Out. So looking for 90 degrees through both legs. Woo. All right, lay it back. And I'll show you if you have a band, how to weight it. Again, if you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, you can just lay it at the hips. You can do this body weight. Band, just strap it across, hold the arms down, pressing up, lowering. So think about driving through the heels. Find the backside there. So we're looking for the cheeks, little hamstrings. Again, you could lay that dumbbell, and if you have a dumbbell, you're just gonna have to make sure it's not sliding towards you, so just lightly hold it there as you press up. All right, we're gonna hop back up and back to the lunges. So again, with that band, you can switch halfway. Otherwise, just hold that weight at the chest in that goblet position. And again, shooting for 90 degrees through both. That front leg's doing most of our work, so make sure we're pressing up out of it. Chest up, looking forward. I always think about my shoulders staying right above my hips as I go down. So we're not leaning forward. All right, back to that bridge. So again, load it how you need. Heels close to the hips. Nice, press down, lifting up. Think about both hips going together at the same time. So you can just breathe, focus on those muscles off the backside. Try to keep ribs down, all this core stays the same. The hips are what's pushing up. All right, back up. That's 2 down, 3 more to go. So again, option would be to just split the feet, work that split squat position. And then again, we can switch that halfway. And switch. Or again, keep alternating that lunge. So this would just put you in a little bit better position if you kind of struggle with control in a lunge. All right, we're back on our backs. Use the dumbbell. Again, feet close to the hips. Driving up, away from that ground. Think full range. So still coming back down towards that ground.
this is where you can just kind of breathe, go through the movement. All right, back up. And that's 3. Again, stepping back and shooting for that 90 degrees. Make sure you have a little bit of space on that lunge so we're not lunging on a balance beam. Got 1 foot on each track. And just a little bit more here, 10 seconds. All right, back down. So that lower body should be getting nice and warm. Good, press. And going up evenly. So we're gonna nail the lower half. Our second set of exercises will be more that upper and core. Eight seconds here. All right, one more set. Hop up, then we'll show you that band and then we'll switch halfway. Stepping back, coming together. Again, that front leg is driving you up to the top. Just think about that back leg just being a nice little kickstand helping. Whoop. Go ahead, switch. Good, just a little bit more. Last set of lunges. Okay. Let's nail these bridges one more time. So again, as we hit some of those last sets, it's easy to just kind of get lost, forget what we're supposed to be feeling, focusing on. So stay present. So we should feel a lot through the glutes, a little bit into those hamstrings. Shouldn't feel a lot in the back. Okay, all right. We can shake that out and we get to switch gears into 2 new exercises. Ignore that. Okay, so get a quick drink if you need it, and we're gonna go into those 2 new exercises. So now we'll have an upper body exercise. We're gonna do a bent over row, or we'll show you a seated row option as well if you have bands, especially if you tend to get some low back tension or issues when you're in this bent over position. We can do something on the ground with the band. So we're gonna do a bent over row. If you have 2 dumbbells, we are gonna hit in this bent over position, you'll alternate right, left. If you have 1 dumbbell, you can switch off, but again, we're gonna focus on alternating. Okay, we can also do that with a band. So you could step in your band. Again, always set it up from the top, get into that nice hinge, alternating, rowing back. Or the seated variation with a band is you have a seat, you have it over the bottom of your feet there, sitting up nice and tall, kind of push out against those legs, and then we can alternate a row here as well. So we have some options, and then we're gonna pair the second movement is going to be a sit-up. So we're gonna go straight leg sit-up, so arms can be here, and then just reaching nice and tall to the top, controlling back down. A way to help yourself up if you're having trouble getting up would be to bend those legs, and then you can kind of grab, lightly assist, come all the way up, and then you can use your dumbbell or whatever you're using for a weight, and then go a weighted sit up as well. So that was the rows. Same deal, 30 seconds work, 15 seconds, or not 15 seconds rest, 10 seconds rest, and then 5 times through those. So here we go. get there. All right, so the row is first. So either alternating one dumbbell, you have two dumbbells, or the band. I'm gonna start with the dumbbell here. So pull back, really extend all the way down. So don't shortchange that movement just to switch the dumbbell. Make sure you're extending all the way back down, squeezing the elbow back towards the side. Flat back, so my weight's kind of shifted into the hips. So in that leaning in the low back, slight bend of the knee. And again, you could be alternating a band as well. Okay, now we go to that sit up. So you can go body weight, bent legs, assist yourself up, or you can add that weight. So drive those hips down into the ground, anchor down, nice tall through that spine, lower back down. Big reach up, control, kind of scoop on the way down. Good. Again, you don't have to weight this, just an option. Okay, back to that row. I'll show you the band. Stepping in, again, sitting to that hinge, alternating that elbow coming right back towards the side. I'm gonna say kind of look forward with the eyes so that we were not dropping the chin or over looking, and that causes us to arch our low back. So just want a nice spot out in front, looking at that spot. Squeezing back. Okay, back to that sit up. So anchor the hip bones, drive down, lift up. Try and keep those legs gripping the ground. They're not popping up. Good, I'm gonna add that weight here. Kind of exhale that tension out of the belly. Okay, all right, back at it here. So remember, you could do the seated band row if it is bothering you to be in that bent over position. Good, pull back, switch. So again, looking out, elbows come close to my side. Okay, they're not fanning too far out. Nice, kind of reach that other arm. Remember, full range, all the way back, all the way down, then switch. If you have that two, you're just holding the one by the side. Okay, back to our sit up. Oh, always feels good to lay down for just that brief second, right? Again, on the way down, I'm gonna scoop a little bit, but then think about being long through the top of the head as you're coming back. Exhale on the way up. Again, if you need, grab hold those legs, just a light little pull, just so you pass that sticky point. Okay, back to the row. Just switch it. So then you want to kind of think about, for some, belly button forward just a little bit so we're not rounding here. So belly button forward, hips back. You know, weight in those legs. And then just put that focus, that muscle right behind the shoulder blade, right kind of underneath the armpit here. That's where we're pulling. Okay. Back to our sit-up. We having fun yet? Oh, here we go, right up. Again, tall at the top, scoop out, get long, A little bit more. Okay, I think we got one more here. So one more row, one more sit up. Back, pull. So even if you're in that seated one, we're still alternating the row. Again, arms assisting, think about that movement coming from the back. Big muscles working. Okay, last sit up here. Here we go. Dig down, feet grip the ground. Nice, guys. Staying focused here. Even the simplest movements, they don't have to be fancy, we just have to be focused, engaging the right things. Okay. All right, give that a shake. Again, grab a quick swig of water if you need. And then we're gonna go into our finishing movements. We're gonna do a little different structure. So 2 movements, and we will not be working with the clock. It will be more at your own pace. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set 5 minutes on the clock, and then you'll have 2 movements that you'll run through. You'll be counting reps. So the movements are a side plank hip drop and a wall sit and march. So the side plank hip drop, so if you need something soft underneath your arm here, we're gonna go from the forearm, extend the legs out into that side plank. So you can go top leg in front, you can go stacked, a little less stable there, and then you can do a modified with the bent knee. So from here, what we're doing is we're dropping that bottom hip and then pulling that hip back up. So getting some action from the oblique here, dropping down, pulling up. So you're gonna do 10 each side. So then that's on your own, 10 each side. Then you're gonna come up into a wall sit. And again, magic number is gonna be 10. So weights back into that wall, shoulders are back. We're gonna march 1, 1, 2, 2, till we get to 10 each. Okay? So that's gonna be what our last 5 minutes are gonna look like. So we are going to count it down here. We're counting it up, I think. Ready? So starting in that side plank with that hip drop. Here we go. 10 each. So again, we might get a little off. Just make sure you're continually moving. Again, counting to that 10, making each rep count, so we're not just rushing to get through it. Think about that oblique getting long and then contracting together. And switch. So again, modification, you can drop the knees. Make sure they're still stacked. You can still get that drop and that pull up. Okay. Good. Breathing through. So we're exhaling the air from the belly. And then once you have those 10, hitting the wall. So on that wall sit, make sure you got, again, shoulders back, hips back, march 1, 1, 2, 2, going to 10. Make sure you're not folding too far into just the toes. You got those heels dropping down. Breathe in. And once you got that 10, you're right back to the mat. So that's one round. See how many rounds you can get in these 5 minutes. Good. Dropping down, lifting up. Again, you should feel that right through that side body there. That's what we're aiming for, at least. You might notice one side feels like it moves a little differently. Keep pulling up. Okay, then we get to go back to that wall. Look at that, you're halfway there already. So you're gonna get about 4 rounds. Again, you might be moving a little quicker than me. Remember, 10 each. Try not to come off the wall. Good. Okay, let's hit it. Stay focused, let's finish strong. Woo! There we go. Again, really think about the effort coming from the middle of that body. It's easy to want to try and move through the arms, pushing through those legs. Really try and just think about all this in here, contracting up, away from the ground. Good, keep working. Yeah, set it up. So ideally, you're at 90 degrees, hips right behind the knees. One minute left. Always have the option to just hold. Probably should have told you that the first time, huh? Better late than never. All right, guys, let's use up this clock. So no matter where we get, let's go till that 5. Dropping down, pulling up. So we're gonna hit the 5 here. You are more than welcome to always finish if you're in the middle of a set. So like here, we're gonna finish on the side. You are more than welcome to finish that wall sit. Oh, there. So again, by all means, finish that wall sit out if you'd like. That is your 5 minutes for your finisher. You made it. You worked hard. And hopefully you have a great rest of the day. Thanks guys for doing this workout with me.